Thanks for tuning in. This is The Life of a Miner, and let's check out week 121 of my mining payouts. Okay, so at the beginning of these payout videos, let's go over the date and time when I took these payouts. Today is August 8th of 2021, and it's about 7:20 p.m. US Eastern Time. And the price of Ethereum is $3,051.86. And the price of Monero is at $261.21. And the price of Chia is at $245.06. And it looks like the difficulty is skyrocketing back up. So as of right now, the difficulty is at 7,511.468 terahashes. And checking out the block rewards, it looks like we're averaging around 2.2 ETH per block. So like previous weeks, I've been mining Ethereum, and I do average around 2.5 gigahashes mining Ethereum. I've been also mining Monero, and I do average around 14 kilohashes. And I've been also mining Chia, and I do have 737 plots. Okay, so now pulling up my Excel and checking out what I mined. I did mine around 0.48 Ethereum, equaling around $1,466.70, about 0.02 Monero, equaling around $5.25, and about 0.12 Chia, equaling around $29.40. So if I did sell everything as of today, I would have made $1,501.35. Okay, and if you did want to check out my GPU count, I do have a total of 75 GPUs and 1 CPU. My GPUs are mining Ethereum and my CPU is mining Monero. And I'm also Chia farming, and I do have 737 plots, and I do have 2 mining farms. Okay, so for this week's fun clip, I did find 2 bullish news clips on Bitcoin. So let's check this out.
To what do you ascribe this massive run in crypto lately, particular Ethereum, and in plain English, because it's 5:45 in the morning? Can you explain the recent forking? And I want to make sure our viewers know I said forking.
Yeah, so with the recent run-up in the crypto prices, I think we've really seen investors take on a more risk appetite. With I don't know why anyone would put so much money into a pack of wieners, but with the forking of the Ethereum network, we're seeing a move to really make that network a lot more efficient. There's been so many issues in the growth of Ethereum and in the growth of crypto overall because of how many transactions can run through that network. And with this forking, in the most simple terms, what we're seeing is an effort to change the way that it works behind the scenes to make it a lot better in processing transactions and a lot more efficient too.
Yeah, do you think that post, it's just hard to say, post-forking rally is going to stay? Or again, is it one of these short-term anomalies that causes, things to happen underneath the hood, Danny, that then just kind of, because we had been in a period of weakness. What are you hearing about the future path?
I think it's really hard to track where the price is going to go from day to day, but I do think that the forking is going to help keep the price of Ethereum in particular up in the long term as investors look to this, what is trying to become a world computer of sorts, and they're seeing that it is actually working better under the hood in terms of what it sets out to do. So when you have a network that works better, you're able to do more with it. And when you're able to do more with it, you have more of a use case. And with more of a use case, I can see that the price might be a little more sustainable going forward.
You think people overall, we're showing a chart there, Ethereum has outperformed by a large measure. Do you think the attention is not off Bitcoin, Danny, but when you look at, your metrics on your own website, searches, whatever, is Ethereum kind of where it's at right now?
For those in the know, I think that Ethereum really stands out as something that's really attractive as an investment because you've got so much more that you can actually do with it than with Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, we make a joke in the industry, it's number go up technology sometimes. Of course, it depends how you look at it. But with Ethereum, you can build so many things on top of it that at least for those who are really tracking the space closely, it might stand out more as an attractive investment opportunity.
I get the idea of using Bitcoin or other things which are thought of as trading assets in many ways in an IRA because it's tax sheltered. Why wouldn't you do your trading if you're going to trade in your tax sheltered account? On the other hand, what gives me pause is the idea that there is a tremendous amount of volatility in many of these assets, which is not what you typically think of as smart strategy for retirees, and particularly the idea that people might be getting in here to, quote, catch up on past lapses in retirement savings, quote, catch up on past lapses in retirement savings, and catching up usually two sort of thoughts for me.
Great points, Tyler. So moving first into the catching up component, in our economy today, pretty much everybody is. Even you guys have recently done stories about how dismal the savings is for most average Americans in retirement. And that was before COVID and what that may have had an impact. Now, moving into the other part of your question about using it inside of a retirement savings, there's a lot of folks that are beyond just catching up. They're looking at Bitcoin as a potential hedge against inflation. When you compare a finite asset to other currencies in the world, it does stand up pretty strongly against those as we continue to print our way through situations. So in general, and then you nailed it right on the head, Tyler, tax advantage to it. If you're smart and you're right about Bitcoin, like some of our clients that have had massive gains, 10,000x, what better place to have it than in a retirement savings account in that tax sheltered setting, right?
So Chris, of course, right now there are tax benefits, but what are the regulatory risks? I mean, all of that could change, no?
Actually, regulation has been around under a lot of scrutiny, actually. I think a tighter microscope with Bitcoin over the last few years. And this new bill, the infrastructure bill that's been introduced, is going to provide, I think, clarity on the rules and the guidelines as we move forward. And who doesn't want to protect consumers or investors, right? So anybody that's not up for the regulatory dynamics is probably not somebody that's doing what's best for the consumer in most regards.
You know, Bitcoin, just to probe a little bit more, I think people think of retirement assets as ones that they don't want to see go up and down in value greatly. They want basically a trend line that, while it has some volatility, is generally going up, and Bitcoin has done that. It is much higher than it was 5 years ago, much higher than it was 10 years. It would have been a good long-term investment. It might have given you some agita along the way. So why don't you address that for me? And then I had one other question, which is, if I'm leaving a company-sponsored plan, can I roll over my money into one of your accounts and put it into Bitcoin? And I assume you don't just take Bitcoin investments.
Yeah, that's a lot there, but we'll start with volatility. Let's address that. That's a key component.
Please do.
As far as volatility is concerned, it's a lot about relativity too. You mentioned the 5 and the 10-year charts. Just the last 1 year chart. This time last year, Bitcoin was only $9,000. Now, has it gone up to 65 and fallen back now to about 41,000 year today? Absolutely. And what that volatility does is the forward thinkers that are using our platform through the mobile app and downloading it smoothly for them to open, fund, and trade the account, they're looking at this as, I call them the nest egg of hodlers. And this is a 3 to 5 year investment strategy. It's not something that they're looking at every day. It's something that they're thinking 3 to 5 year time period for themselves. Now, when it comes to volatility, let's remember that Bitcoin is only 12 years old, Tyler. Right. So I've got a 7-year-old daughter and she thinks she's 16. So I know about volatility for sure. Yeah. And this is part of the behavior of a maturing asset. Right. And you see as more companies, more businesses, and now countries are looking at Bitcoin as a part of their balance sheet is fundamental. We will have you back, Chris. It's an interesting proposition. Enjoyed talking to you. Legend or not, we thank you. Chris Klein, we appreciate it.
Alright, so thanks for checking out this week's mining payout. Stay tuned for next week's as well. And shout out to this week's random comment winner. And if you didn't want to be featured, just write a comment below. And if you have any questions you want to ask me live, I do stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/thelifeofaminer every Sunday, 2:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. And if you do need any type of help, definitely join the Discord. I or someone knowledgeable will definitely help you out. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you enjoyed it, sub if you're excited to see what's next. But of course, thanks for watching and always, happy mining.
Thanks for watching The Life of a Miner. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You don't want me to get angry and turn Super Saiyan, so make sure you subscribe to The Life of a Miner. I'm also the narrator. Next time on The Life of a Miner.